Basso continuo, also known as picture bass, is an important element in the harmonic foundation of Baroque music. It involves a bass line written for a low instrument, such as cello or basson, paired with a set of numbers or symbols to indicate the harmony to be played by a keyboard instrument, such as harpsichord or organ, or a chordal instrument such as harp. Basso continuo is a harmonic foundation of Baroque music, anchoring its tonal structure and ensuring harmony in composition. Its role in harmony fundamental can be described in the following way. First is specifying chord progression. Basso continuo outlines the chord framework by providing a bass line that defines the harmony. This bass line is realized with chord or improvised figures by instruments such as harpsichord, organ, or harp. Second is development of functional harmony. Basso continuo reinforces the use functional harmony, where chords have different roles and creates a sense of direction and resolution. This system became central to Western classical music. And the third is support tonal system. By grounding the music in a click key, the basso continuo helped establish a major-minor tonal system that replaced the earlier modal system, forming the harmonic language of Baroque music. And next is provides stability. It acts as a harmonic anchor, supporting complex melodic lines above it and giving the music a sense of order and balance, even in complex contrapuntal texture. Other than that, it's also improvisational element. Pictured basses allow player to interpret and embellish harmonies, making harmonic realization dynamic and contextually responsive while still adhering to basic harmony. And the last one is connection across texture. In polyphonic works, it integrates independent lines by grounding them harmoniously. In homophonic texture, it ensures harmonic support for the melody. In essence, the basso continuo was indispensable in providing the harmonic structure and tonal clarity that define the Baroque style, making it the basis of its music. Basso continuo is not only the harmonic foundation but also the critical structural foundation in Baroque music. Its influence extends to shaping the entire organization and coherence of the composition, and here's how it's worked as a structural foundation. First is a framework for composition. The basso continuo forms a clear structural outline by anchoring the harmonic progression. Composer built melodies, counterpoint, and embellishment on this foundation, ensuring unity. Second is unity and coherence. It provides a unifying thread throughout a piece, maintaining continuity and consistency, especially in complex polyphonic texture or elaborate ensemble works. And third is support for texture balance. In polyphonic music, the basso continuo balances three melodic lines by grounding them in a stable bass structure. In a homophonic texture, it strengthens the melody by creating a strong harmonic bass. Next is adaptability across ensembles. Basso continuo forms the backbone of both small and large ensembles. It ensures that the harmonic and rhythmic pulse is maintained, allowing other parts to interact dynamically on top of it. Other than that, it's also improvisation in structure. The figure-based system allows players to creatively realize harmonies while sticking to the fundamentals of structure. This balance between structure and flexibility gives Baroque music its characteristic dynamism. And the last one is basic for decoration, with the Basso Continuo providing a stable bass, soloists and high voice have the freedom to add elaborate embellishment without disrupting the structural integrity of the piece. In short, the Basso Continuo is important not only for harmonically clarity but also for providing the structural framework that support the intricate texture, dramatic contrast, and expressive quality of Baroque music.
So now we will move on to how the Basso Continuo influenced the form like fugue, sonata, opera, and oratorio. The Basso Continuo, or continuous bass, was a key part of Baroque music and had a big influence on the fugue. It acted like a steady foundation, providing the harmony that supported all the other musical parts. Here is how the Basso Continuo influenced the fugue. The first one is harmonic support. The Basso Continuo gave the fugue a clear structure by outlining the chord. This made it easier for the composer to create multiple melodies that fit together beautifully. The second one is rhythmic stability. The continuo often kept the music moving forward with a steady rhythm, helping to organize the complex layers of the fugue. The third one is flexibility. The Basso Continuo allowed performers to add extra harmony and richness while playing, which made the music more expressive. The next one is support for melodic interaction. In a fugue, several melodies called voices are played together. The Basso Continuo supported this voice so that they could move independently without sounding chaotic. Last one is helping performers add depth. Musicians playing the Basso Continuo, example on a harpsichord or organ, could add their own interpretation, filling out the harmonies and making the music richer without overpowering the other voices. Example for fugue is Johann Sebastian Bach Fugue in C minor BWV 847. In this fugue, the bass line works like a basso continuo. It provides a strong foundation while the upper voices, the melodies, enter one by one, creating a rich and complex sound. Without this solid bass, the other parts wouldn't fit together as well or sound as balanced. In short, the Basso Continuo helped the fugue by giving it structure, support, and a steady flow, allowing all the intricate melodies to shine together. So now I will move on to the sonata form. The Basso Continuo is a system of chordal accompaniment common in Baroque music. It had a significant influence on the development of musical forms, including the sonata form of the classical era. So how it influenced the sonata form? The first one is a clear harmony. The Basso Continuo made music easy to follow by focusing on strong harmonic progressions. Sonata form used this idea to organize its sections, like starting in one key and moving to another before it coming back. The second one is contrast and drama. The Basso Continuo often highlighted differences between the melody and the accompaniment. This inspired the contrasting themes and keys found in sonata form. Example, Beethoven Pathetic Sonata, Piano Sonata numbers 8. In this piece, the first sections called the expositions start in C minor but later move on to E flat major. It creates contrast and drama. This key change and structure built on the harmonic ideas from the Basso Continuo traditions. In short, the Basso Continuo's way of organizing harmony and creating contrast help shape the dramatic structure of sonata form.
Next is opera form. Basso Continuo has a significant influence of the development of opera, particularly in the Baroque period. It became a foundational element of the earlier texture of the operatic music and shaped both the harmonic and the dramatic aspect of the genre. Here's how it impacts opera form. First, the harmonic foundation. Basso Continuo helped the background of music singers. Instruments like the harpsichord and cello play as a simple bass line, giving a solid harmonic bass while leaving space for singers to focus on their melodies. This made the music feel more rich and emotion. Next, it also affects opera to more flexibility and expression. Since Basso Continuo allows for some improvisation, singers had more freedom to express emotion, especially in recitative. Singers could change how they sing based on the mood, help them connect more deeply with the audience. Next, opera structure. Bass Continuo help from the music, the bass structure of opera by supporting recitative, the story movie form, and arias. In recitative, the accompaniment was simple, so singer could speak the line more freely. In arias was more complex, supporting an emotion deep on the singers. Other than that, Basso Continuo also affect in emotion impact. Basso Continuo help set the emotion tone of scenes. When the bass line changed, it made the music feel more tense or sad, reflecting the character feelings or the drama happening on the stage. Next, the role of the orchestra. Over time, Basso Continuo helped the orchestra become more important. What started as a simple accompaniment grew into a fuller, more elaborate orchestra role, giving the orchestra a bigger presence in opera. In short, Basso Continuo was a key part of making opera more flexible, emotion, and dramatic. It helped develop the structure of opera, allow singers to be more expressive, and help the orchestra play a bigger in the rural music. It shaped the way opera developed into the dramatic and expression apart from we know today. This is the example of the opera. At the beginning, the music is very simple with just few instruments like harpsichord and bass instrument. Play soft supportive chord that makes Orpheus' voice emotion stand out. And the song continue, the music become more detailed and expressive, matching Orpheus' growing depression. The change in the accompaniment helps to highlight the drama intensely of the moment. Now let's move on to the how Basso Continuo influenced oratorio form. An oratorio is a big musical performance, kind of like a play but without a costume and the acting. It usually has orchestra, a choir and a solo singers, and it's often about a religious and or a big event. And now let's take a look at how it influenced oratorio. First is support the singing. The Basso Continuo gives singer a solid foundation to build on, making it easier focus on the word and the emotion in the story. It acts as a kind of the musical backbone for the voice. Next is creates drama. In oratorios, which is a dramatic storytelling pieces, the Basso Continuo help create emotional moments. It works with the singers to make certain parts to feel intense or gentle depending on what the story needed. Next is adds variety. Composer could change the instrument used for the Basso Continuo, so it could sound different depending the mood of the story. Sometimes it might just be a keyboard or cello, other times more instruments. For example, in Handel's famous Messiah, the Basso Continuo is everywhere. In the recitative, the parts where a singer sing the text, it helps keep the music following, and in areas it create a steady background, letting the singer expressive their voice. The Basso Continuo work with the orchestra to bring out the emotion in the music, making the story of Messiah feel powerful and moving. In short, Basso Continuo help make oratorios feel alive, dramatic and emotion, while also giving singers, music and musician a solid, flexible base to work from.
In Baroque music, the continuo, or more known as the Basso Continuo, was a crucial element in many genres, providing harmonic support and rhythmic foundation. It was usually played by a combination of instruments, which is harpsichord. The most common instrument for the continuo, the harpsichord, was often used for its ability to provide both harmonic structure and a clear rhythmic pulse. The next one is organ. Like the harpsichord, the organ was frequently used for its rich, full sound, especially in churches or larger performance space. The next one is lute, a fretted string instrument that could provide both harmonic and melodic support, often used in more intimate settings or chamber music. Other than that is theorbo. Theorbo is a larger bass version of the lute. The theorbo was often employed in opera, oratorio, and instrumental works for its deeper sound and ability to sustain the basso continuo. The next one is cello. Cello is a string instrument often paired with bass or other continuo instruments to reinforce the bass line and add depth. Other than that is bass viol, or more known as viola da gamba. Similar to the cello, but with a different tuning and playing technique. The viola da gamba was popular in early Baroque music, especially for its rich resonant tone. Next one is bassoon. Sometimes used in the Continuo group to provide a more distinctive rich bass sound and help support the harmony. Last but not least is violin. Although not always a part of the basso continuo in the strict sense, the violin could double the bass line or provide ornamentation above it, especially in sonata and operas. In fugues, the continuo instrument will often reinforce the harmonic structure and provide the framework for the thematic development in the lower registers. In sonatas, they would fill out the harmonic texture and sometimes even offer counterpoint to the melody. For opera and oratorio, the continuo would vary in complexity, sometimes being more ornamented in recitatives or more grounded in the arias. So for conclusion, the basso continuo was essential in shaping Baroque music. It provided harmonic support, added depth to the compositions, and connected the various musical elements in form like fugue, sonata, operas, and oratorio. It used the instruments such as the cello, bassoon, harpsichord, organ, and more, ensured versatility and adaptability across different settings, making it one of the defining features of the Baroque era.